Title: She Said Stop Acting Like We're Married. A story of betrayal, silence, and a masterclass in quiet revenge. She said it loud enough for everyone at the table to hear. Stop acting like we're married. You don't get a say in where I go or who I'm with. The laughter that followed hit harder than the words. Her friends smirked. Mine looked away. I just smiled, the kind of smile that seals something inside you. That was the night everything changed. We'd been together 4 years, long enough for me to think I knew her better than anyone. I'd built a life around her. She had a toothbrush in my bathroom, her clothes in my closet, her fingerprints on everything I owned. We weren't married, but we were more than casual, or at least I thought we were. She used to say things like, "You're the calm I never knew I needed," and I believed her. I loved how she laughed, head tilted back, eyes closed, the sound pure. I loved how she'd steal my hoodies and call them hers now. I loved the version of her I thought was real. But the thing about people who love to control the narrative, they always leave fingerprints where they shouldn't. The first sign came quiet, a receipt from a hotel, tucked between her books. Wrong date, wrong city. She said it was a girls' weekend, but I knew the names of her friends. I'd seen the look in her eyes when she lied. It was never guilt, just calculation. I didn't confront her, not then. I let her believe I was still blind, because sometimes silence does more damage than shouting ever could. That night, I started my plan. I didn't just want to leave her. I wanted her to feel what betrayal costs. I stopped asking where she was going, stopped checking her phone. I gave her freedom, real freedom, the kind that lets a liar hang themselves without interruption. In the meantime, I made changes, quiet ones. The lease, under my name only. Utilities, switched passwords, changed cards. Her half of the furniture, paid for by me, every receipt neatly filed. And the apartment, the one she always called our home, I told the landlord I'd be ending the lease early. Signed for a new place 2 blocks away, smaller, quieter, hidden. Then I waited. The weekend trip came 3 weeks later. She kissed me before leaving, not out of love, out of habit. I watched her walk to the car, talking on her phone, laughing. I already knew who was on the other end. When she was gone, I moved fast. Title: My cheating wife said, "Go ahead, move out." So I did. Days later, her father stormed into her house, screaming, "Do you know what he just did?" When she told me to move out, she said it with a smirk, not anger, not sorrow, just that careless grin people wear when they think they've won. "Go ahead, move out," she said. So I did. She thought I was leaving broken. I was leaving prepared. We'd been together 9 years, married for 6. She was my calm after chaos, the woman who used to trace her fingers along my jawline and whisper, "You're my peace." I believed her. I built our life around that lie. She didn't know I still remembered how to live without peace. The first cracks appeared 6 months ago. Late-night texts, sudden laughter at messages I never saw, her perfume shifting from subtle to something foreign. I didn't say a word. I watched, silently. When you've built something brick by brick, you don't destroy it in rage. You dismantle it piece by piece, until they're standing inside the ruins, wondering how it all fell apart. The night I confirmed the affair was ordinary. She was in the shower. Her phone buzzed 3 times. "Can't wait to see you again." No name, just a number. I could have exploded, but instead I smiled. A small, dangerous thing. Pain is temporary. Precision is forever. I copied the number, synced it to my contact list, and used my firm's security software, legal for work but effective elsewhere. His name appeared, Jason Cooper, my wife's new hobby. I didn't confront her that night or the next. Instead, I began the quiet part of revenge, research. Jason wasn't just anyone. He worked for her father's company, the family construction empire that had treated me like an outsider since day one. Her father never hid his disdain for me. "Marrying my daughter won't make you a businessman," he said once. Maybe he was right, but it would make me patient, and patience has a way of paying interest. I started documenting everything: messages, calls, hotel visits. She thought her girls' nights were believable. I thought her lies were fascinating. I installed a small camera behind the TV in our bedroom. She never noticed. 2 weeks later, I had hours of footage, enough to turn a private shame into public evidence. But revenge wasn't about exposure. It was about precision. When she told me to move out, I'd already closed every joint account, transferred my investments, sold my half of the house, quietly through a trust I created in my brother's name. I left her with her comfort, unaware it was about to collapse beneath her. I packed my things calmly, handed her the keys, and said only, "Take care of yourself, Anna." She rolled her eyes. "You'll be back." I didn't answer, but her father would. 3 days later, I sent a package to her father's office. Brown envelope, unmarked, containing everything: photos, call logs, time-stamped footage, and one neatly typed statement. "Your daughter and your employee have been meeting in your company's apartment. She used your name to authorize his travel expenses. You may want to check your accounting records before the auditors do."